Hey everybody, it's Clark Commando 1983, Mark Rajura here. So we're going to wrap up this Learn to Play after action report because I've kind of gone through all the rules. What I'm going to do here in this last video, play through the Soviet, possibly the NATO turn. That would be turn 2. Stalin's World War III from Compass Games. Hopefully you've been following along. One thing we forgot to do at the end of the last session was resolve this attack here. So I'm going to do that here right now. And I will go over each of the rules. Probably going to launch a nuke, at least with NATO. I don't think the Soviets need to. So we'll cover that rule. Like I said, my impressions of the game are very playable, be an enjoyable afternoon play with you and a buddy, eminently solitairable, no hidden movement, etc. Hopefully you enjoyed this, but I want to try to maybe squeeze in another video or two before I leave for Consim World Expo in a couple days. To play some Grognard Sims Death Ride Normandy, Utah Beach. I've been really enjoying myself doing this with you guys, and hope you like it. I'd love to see you hear some comments. So let's resolve this combat that we forgot to do. So we've got a couple of French divisions. This may have been not a good idea to move forward like that. And let's see, we got a mech division here for 4. And armor for 8 is 12. It's going to be 12 to 4. That's a 3 to 1. I get a concentric attack, bumps it to 4 to 1. So looking at that, we're going to roll a dice here, which I don't have a setup here where you can see that. So let's see what we get here. 4 to 1. And we roll a 1. Defender eliminated. So double checking the rules, which I don't like I said, the rules here are very well cross-referenced, big, bold, black and white, shown it in my other videos. So defender eliminated should be fairly straightforward. I just want to double check just because I'm OCD. All right, let's see here. CRT. Defender eliminated. Remove to the dead pile all involve one-step defending units. See, it's a good thing we did that. Then you reduce one step, reduce any 2-step by 1 step, and any survivors hold the position. So good thing I double checked that. Let's see if these are 2 steps. No, they're single-step units. So these will go to the dead pile. Yeah, let's see here. Okay. Well, and do we want to advance? I do not think we want to advance. We're going to stay in our positions there. All right. So that was from remnants from last turn, last video. So we're going to begin turn 2. Sequence of play. First thing we do, I believe, is the air superiority phase. Let's see here. Air superiority. Soviets had it last turn, so they'll get a +1 on their die roll. It will be the black die, and NATO will be a green die, which you can't see. All right. So Warsaw Pact gets a 1, +1 is a 2. NATO gets a 3. So NATO is actually going to get 1 air support marker. And they're going to place it. Let's see here. Remove the 1 from last turn. Soviets. So NATO, now we place it. It can go anywhere on the map. It affects for combat and movement. So I think we want to gum up Yeah, we do. I think we're going to use it to, instead of supporting on combat, why don't we gum up the movement? Let's see. With this Zog here, that'll be good because it's that hex and all the surrounding hexes. We'll add 1 to the movement point cost. So let's try that. We're going to try to slow down the slow them down. So we'll see if that does any good. Not going to really help save anybody, that's for sure. All right. So Soviets, they're going to decide whether they get to do movement and then combat or combat and then movement. They get a 1 column shift if they do combat first. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Let's go ahead and do combat and then movement first, or second. So we'll do that. I don't know if it's a good idea. I have no idea. So like I said, it's not ideal play. So let's see if I have any kind of attack on Belgrade yet. And we may need to look up the rules. We might need to drop a nuke on Belgrade. You know what? Let's look up the rules on that. Because I have not done any nukes yet. And I do want to cover the rules for it. So let's look here. Atomic attacks. Turn 1. Okay, we went through that. Soviets can only make 1 atomic attack per turn. Do it during any time during your movement or combat. I am now conducting, I love it. Player does it by stating, halt, I will now conduct an atomic attack. No, and you can do it on either side of the turn. Any given time during any friendly or enemy movement or combat phase. Okay, interesting. Sorry, read some rules here, guys. All right, so what's going to happen here is we're going to bust out atomic attack marker. It goes on top of the stack because regardless of the result, it disrupts so they can't move or attack for a turn. And we're going to roll here in a minute. Let's see here. And then in the administrative phase of the turn, will get moved to the bottom of the stack. Nuke cities and capital. A city or capital city hits once nuked. No matter the final step lot result, it's considered a rough terrain hex rather than a city or capital city. For communist victory point purposes, though, continue to count nuke city for victory points. Okay. All right, so the Soviets are nuking Belgrade. That's their one. So we're going to go to the, let's see here, um, atomic attack terrain die roll modifier, -4 due to the city. Let's see here. Okay. That's the terrain modifier. Let's see, I'm trying to. Where is the table? The numeric result. So there's a table here somewhere. See if I can find it. All right. I've got the. My goodness, Mark. Okay, come on now. It's not good. Sorry, wasting your guys' time. That's what I feel like. All right. Well, let's see if it tells us how to resolve an atomic attack. 13.5. The player making an atomic attack should openly roll 2 dice and consult the atomic attack terrain die roll modifier to get a final numeric result. The result is reduced by the modifier given for the terrain type in the hex where the attack is taking place. Okay, the numeric result, oh, okay, there is no table, is the number of steps lost. So we're going to roll 2 dice, and it will be -4. This is the city, I'll show you on the chart. So rolled a 10, -4 is a 6. There's the terrain modifier chart. So the defender, which is, okay, this is basically kills 6 steps. And Belgrade is now a rough terrain hex. Killed off 2 really good Yugoslavian cores. Kind of stinks. And now there's a nuclear marker in Belgrade. And that is the first nuclear attack. And I don't believe that impacts U.S. prestige. Let's see here. Every turn, if when the NATO player makes that side, he must immediately openly roll another die. Have the result rounding down. A second attack during the same turn on either map. Third attack. Huh, okay, that's pretty easy. All right, we'll cover that. All right, so we did that, so let's continue. So I don't believe you can still see this attack, but I'm going to do it. So we have a 2-4-4 defending behind a river. Attacked at 2-1. And it actually won't be 2-1. That would be a 1-1. You know what? We're the Soviets. We're going to do it. 1-1. Because they're half. Because of the river. So 1-1. We're going to roll 1 die. We get a shift up 1 because we're doing combat first. So on the 2-1 table, we get a 2. Not a big deal. Defender retreat. And we'll advance across the river. Actually, it really wasn't that helpful. But anyways. Okay, so then we have an attack here. Into, looks like this is a city hex. Zagreb. So we're going to do, we got 3, 5, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 22 factors. All right. Excuse me. 22 factors to 1. So it's going to be a 6 to 1. And like I said, until I get my question answered, the city provides, I believe, 2 shifts to the left. And any defender retreat is converted to a bloodbath. And no concentric attacks. So we're way off the chart, but I'm assuming you go to 6 to 1, go down to 4 to 1, and roll 1 die, get a 6. That's a bloodbath. So what that means is this guy dies because he's 1 step, the defender, and the attacker has to eliminate a step. So they'll take a, looks like this is a Hungarian mechanized division. Hungarians are restricted to the hexes adjacent to Hungary. So we'll advance our mechanized troops to, we could do more. I don't want to get my stacks too high, so kind of keeping them low. And we're going to do an attack up here into the rough. We get 1 left, 3, 6, so 8. So on the 5 to 1 table, because of the 1 left. So attack in Austria. So 4. Defender eliminated. Has no second step. It's territorial or Austrian. So we'll go ahead and not advance in this case. Because, let's see, well, let's, you know what, let's advance the 2 mechanized divisions. There we go. All right. So we're going to come up here, stand up. Cancer's a bitch. Ugh. All right, so we got 4 defending against 13, so a 3 to 1. And it'll be a 3 to 1, up 1 for the prepared attack. And what did I say? 13 to 3, so 4 to 1. To the 4. Not a great result. So defender retreat, good for NATO. We'll advance into the hex. What is this? Czechoslovakian unit. Okay. All right. Then we're going to attack here. We're going to attack the U.S. Well, let's see. What if we do it this way? 4, 13. So a 3 to 1, a 4 to 1 on the French armored division. A 2. So defender eliminated. So actually, that's where we flip this over. Stands his ground, and that's it. Okay. And then here we're going to have 8 to 4. 2 to 1, up 1 for the prepared assault. And we roll a 6 at 2 to 1. That's not good for the Soviets. The attackers lose a step. Whoops. Alrighty, Mark. Let's fix this. This guy dies. With an attacker lose 1. I can't remember. Do the attackers have to retreat? Let's look. All right, let's look. No, they just lose the 1 step. All right, fair enough. Okay, so we're going to stand up again. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Cancer's being a real bitch. So we're going to flip this guy up because we're going to attack him. Ooh, and he's worth 2. Okay. Well, it's going to be on the max table regardless. So it looks like 6-1 and 2 left for the city. So 4-1. A 6, a bloodbath. All right, well, this guy is going to be eliminated. Now, the one thing I got to look up, I don't think these guys actually ever come back. Let's see here. We want to keep our attack factors up, so we will kill. Actually, let's see if I bring any infantry along. No, I didn't. Okay. So we'll kill this guy then. And we'll advance, keeping my stack short because I don't want to risk them getting nuked, which could easily happen. Now up here, this is going to be interesting because this air unit's also going to give... Oh, there's nobody to attack there. That's right. I put them there to slow the movement down. So we're going to attack Berlin again. I've got 2 defending factors. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 13-2. So 6-1 down to 4-1. Is the Berlin garrison still holding out? On a 2. Oh, man. Okay, well, these are all singles, so they're eliminated. They're finally gone. And we'll advance into Berlin. Okay, so that's going to fall. We're going to put a control marker there. So that would count towards the victory points. And these counters are nice. I really like the way they... If you're a clipper, you're going to want to clip. If you're not a clipper, you're going to want to at least cut them out with a X-Acto knife probably. Because the dog ears are not bad, but they're not insignificant. And I'm a clipper anyway, so I'm kind of OCD on that. And we will put a control marker in Berlin. And I have not been tracking the victory points, which I should be. So we'll go through that just to see where we're at the end of 2 turns. And I'll have to go through and walk through after I finish my combat and my movement, see where I'm at. All right, so we're going to get an attack in Hamburg here. Another 2 factors. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18. Oh, wait, these guys are halves, so now let's see, 12. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So 6-1, down 2 column shifts for the city. 4-1, I rolled a 1, defender eliminated. These are single stack units. I do believe once they're eliminated, they don't get recycled. So, but we will advance into the hex. And that'll be another controlled marker. That's going to be all my combats. I did get the 1 shift. Remember, I'm doing combat and then movement. So now I'm going to get to do movement here in just a moment. I'm going to clip this. We will go through and see where we're at victory point wise before I move. So let's see, Berlin fell. Now we'll just start up north here because that'll be easier. Hamburg is now under Soviet control. These are each worth, oh boy, this was a mess. How'd that happen? Shit. All right. right, well, I don't know. I think something like this. All right, so it's 2 points. Okay. Belgrade hasn't fallen yet. I think we did, no, we started with Graz. I don't get that. I haven't captured that yet. Nuremberg fell. Did we mark it? We did. So it's 3 points. And remember, they're trying to get to 60. And I'll go over the scoring here in just a minute. Kassel will be 4 points. And Bremen will be 5. So we'll put the on the 5 marker. Oh, it says start 7. So I must have missed that. So we're at 12 then. I guess you start with the 7 points. Okay. Does that make sense? Let's see here. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I suppose so. Okay. So remember, everything outside of Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg is 1 point. Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg is 2 points. And every other city, like in Italy and France, is worth 2 points. And they're trying to get to 60 by the end of 10 turns. All right, so now we're going to do movement. So atomic attacks don't restrict movement. So we will advance in to capture it, capture Belgrade. So that'll be another point. We'll need another marker for that. And I clip it as I go. Thanks for coming along for the ride, guys. I really appreciate you bearing with me. I know this video is going to be kind of long. I think I'm just going to do the Soviet turn for the sake of keeping it a little short. And I think you'll have a decent idea how to play if you have followed along. So, all right. All right, we're going to go 1, exit the Zoc, 2 for the river, 3 to enter Zoc, 4 to enter the next hex. So that's all their movement. And this guy is going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This Romanian unit can't go any further because that's stay adjacent. 1, 2, 3, 4 to enter a Zoc. Artillery, let's see, what can we do here? I guess these guys are stuck too, huh? Yeah, because geographic restrictions say Romanian, Hungarian, and Yugoslavian units can only operate in their home country and adjacent hexes. So, kind of sucks. All right. So we're going to go with the artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go here because we want to be able to stay in supply. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. And this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's as far as he can go. Like I said, I'm not really stacking up the Soviets because I don't want to give NATO any juicy or super juicy nuclear attack. So I am stacking up to 3, so I guess you could argue that they would be fairly juicy targets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get behind them there. And march on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Mark Zagreb. Yeah, I'm just going to finish out the Soviet turn. So, if you're with me so far, what I'm going to do at the end of the video is do just kind of a quick recap. And then that will be it for this series of videos. And you can look forward to whatever's next. Where is it? Zagreb is under Soviet control. And I believe we counted that already, so it's fine. I'm going to get next to Trieste here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. 1, 2. Excuse me. 1, 2. 3. Oh, yeah, that's about the max right there. All right. Yeah, we have some more cities fall here, so let's. Now keep in mind for the Soviets, they have 7 airborne division as reinforcements, but NATO has air superiority this turn, so they cannot airdrop. I could enter them traditionally just on the east edge, but I don't want to do that. I'm trying to save them. I probably should have dropped them into the roar, because in this game, units can be out of supply. There is effects, but units don't die from being out of supply. And supply is anybody's in supply in their home country. And then basically you got to trace, you can trace out of the hex you're in to your edge of your board or a supplied city. And like I've said, I'm no expert on the rules, my first playthrough. So make sure you read through the rules before you play. But very playable game. Very glad I busted this out. I'm glad it's in my collection. It's going to be a great afternoon of gaming with a buddy. For sure. Like, just absolutely. Anyway, so that being said, you got these control markers ready to go. And excuse me, we're going to march through Salzburg here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. We'll gain control of that. That will put me up to 14 victory points. And this guy is going to go 1, 2, 3 because of the Zoc. 1 for the hex, 1 for the Zoc. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it would cost 1 to exit, 1 to enter, plus that, so he's going to stop there because that would be 7, and these guys only have 6 movement points. And we'll prepare, move up, prepare to attack there. And let's see what we're going to look like at the end of this turn. All right. Do some oozing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep him there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting for the Zocs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, let's see, Nuremberg. That's already under my control. Okay. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops. No, you're flipped. Yeah, you're already flipped. Okay. This guy is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what? It might not be worth it. You know what? Let's just cut this guy off. Okay. And we got here 1, 2, 3, 4. So Frankfurt Falls. 4, 5, 6. And Frankfurt Falls. Another victory point. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Spreading out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get set up for next turn. 2, 4, 5. Yeah. I think we already scored castle. Get that. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. You guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doot. 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 May very well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, now this is where this is going to come in handy, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we don't want to do more than 3 per stack. So it's going to cost an extra to exit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now let me go there. Well, it definitely gummed up the movement. All right, that's all the, oh, I got these guys. These guys are going to do convoy movement or whatever it is. I guess they could double their movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One behind there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So that's it. Yeah, I would do the NATO turn. I thought if it had any value. But I think for the purposes of, yeah, we're at 40 minutes on this video. So once again, I'm just going to repeat myself. You guys are probably tired of hearing me say that. So super playable game. Super happy I did this. We'll see what's next. I'm going to put this game away. And I will bust out something else. But once again, highly recommend Compass Games. Stalin's World War III. Good Panzer pusher, good times. I gotta say, I've enjoyed it. And thank you for joining me on this journey, however far you've helped join me. Counters are colorful, pretty nice. I covered all the rules. I've shown how the game itself is pretty adaptable, or very adaptable, I should say. And well worth the money that I spent on it. And it makes for a really good afternoon of gaming with you, buddy. Or it's really solitairable. Thanks for joining me. This is Mark Ruggiero, Clark Commando 1983, signing off. And I'll see you in the next video. And maybe if I'm lucky, I'll meet some of you at Consim Expo coming up. Have a great evening. Talk soon. Bye.